Hi, what's up my fellow fitness freaks, and welcome to this inner thigh and hip flexibility video. Roll out your yoga mat and let's get started. We're getting started in here. We're getting started in here. Okay, let's get really started. We start in a tabletop position, but I want you to bring your feet here together, right? Your feet together. Then sit back, open your legs a little bit. I'm going to show you that a little bit from the back. So you see that? Open your legs, right? Like that. Like that. And then I want you to do some cat-cows here. So make a round back and you arch your back, right? To activate the lower back, the hips, the inner thighs a little bit. Round back and arch. Round back and arch. Keep breathing. Smile. Down. Up. Tap. Once more. Tap. Tap. Now untuck the toes. Sit down in that kneeling position, kind of a frog pose. Sit down. If you cannot sit down all the way, you can always use 1 or 2 or 3 pillows and just sit on the pillow, right? Better more pillows or a thicker pillow. But yeah, if you can sit down in between your legs, that's great. Then just sit down in between your legs and let's do these little circles here. Circle, circle, circle. So we're shifting that stretch from side to side. And let's circle the other way. Circle. Circle, circle, open more if you can, and slightly tuck your hips and bum out, right? And you should really be feeling that in your inner thighs now. Bap. You're not on the floor now, right? You're slightly hovering over the floor with your bum and your hips, and you just do this tucking motion, using the strength of your your lower back. And yeah, you feel the stretch in the inner thighs every time that you pop the bum. Pop. You could come further down for a moment. Here's something we could do isolations, right? Which is hard with those leggings. That's why I usually wear twerk shorts or something like that for isolations. So yeah, and this is not an isolation tutorial video anyway. We are just stretching the hips here. So now, you need a little bit more space here. Let's do the same. So we're in a kneeling position. We open, right? We let the legs slide out here and back and forth, right? To really open the hips, to stretch the inner thighs back and forth. The frog rocks. Frog, rock, frog, rock. Stay here for a moment. Then come onto your forearms. Try to get those legs further apart if you can. And if you want to go the extra mile, 90-degree angle at your knees here. Now we could try to lift the legs slightly off the mat, right? Not the complete leg, but the lower part of the leg. This movement comes from the hip socket, right? It's a hip rotation. It doesn't have anything to do with the knee, so you don't move your knees at all. You're just rotating the leg up a little bit. Once more, each side, bap, bap, and down. Whew. Shake it out a little bit. And now we will be straddling. I'm going to turn around in a moment, but we're going to start like this so you can see me from both sides. So you don't have to have the widest straddle. I want you to get those bum cheeks out underneath you though. So you're sitting on your sit bone. Try to point the feet, hands behind you, and then I want you to push to the front with a straight back or a slightly arched back, but never with a rounded back, because with a rounded back what you're doing is you're bringing your spine further away from the floor, but you want to get the spine as close to the floor as you can in the end. Bap, bap. Now touch one side and touch the other side. Doesn't matter where you touch. Touching the knees, fine. Touching the ankles, fine. Touching the feet, fine, right? Whatever works for you. Bap, bap, bap. Hands in the middle if you can, with a arch back or slightly, or straight back, but not with a rounded back. If you're here with a rounded back, hands back again and you push to the front. But if you can, come to the front, then to the front, up and down. And I want you to come down like diagonally to the front with your chest first, never with your head first, because when you go down with your head first, you start to make that rounded back. And that's not what we want, right? We want to go down that way, like bam, bam, and chest first, chest, chest. Now let me turn around so you can see that a little bit better. So here we are. Get those bum cheeks out underneath you, point your feet, and then back and down. And if you, again, like here, hands behind you, and push to the front. If you're not able to get to the front with your hands with a straight back or slightly arched back. And if you're in the front here, bap. And this again is kind of like rolling the bum up and the hips down. Bap, 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 bap. Try to keep those legs straight and the feet pointed if you can. Unless you're getting crampy, then of course you can take a break. If you can, forearms on the mat. And really, yeah, you could keep pulsing here on your forearms, maybe. Maybe you're gonna be the one that saves me. And after all, you're my wonderwall. So, if you're pretty advanced, you might be able to go all the way down with your chest to the mat. But if you're not, don't worry about it. Just stick with what you did. And if you do that each day or every other day, then at one point you're gonna be able to get down. So I'm gonna try to get down here. That. And here I am. I hope my voice won't sound too muffled because the mic might be touching the floor now. And let's stay here for a moment. You could do isolations here. Isolate those cheeks, come on. Let's stay here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And up. Shake it out a little bit. And now we're going to get into the advanced mode again, another kind of advanced mode. So if this is all too much for you, hands behind your back and you're slightly pushing forwards here, trying to keep those feet pointed and trying to keep the legs straight, slightly rolling that bum up and the hips down, right? But if you felt like this was a piece of cake, then follow me for the next step where you want to put your hands on the floor and you want to lift your bum off the floor to use gravity to push those legs further apart, right? So let's do this if you can. Wait. And here we are. You could pulse a little bit. Pulsy, pulsy, pulse. And down. And arm further apart now. Slightly roll the bum up and the hips down. Pew. Chew. Chew. So good, right? Getting closer to that middle split. Not there yet, but well, I'm working on that. I've been working on that for years, and one day I'll get there. One day I'll be old enough to do what I want to. And I won't have to run away. And you won't be there to say I'm not allowed to. One day. That's Simple Plan for everyone who was wondering. Because like the first one I sang, like Oasis, Wonderwall is pretty famous. I mean, Simple Plan as well, but maybe not as famous as, or probably not as famous as, Oasis and Wonderwall. Woo! Oh damn. Okay, I'm not gonna get much further here. I think this is like my max. And down. Stay here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring those legs in. I know they feel like jelly. Oh, can barely move them. Move them from side to side. Da-dum, da-dum. So good. Shake him, shake him. Okay, and that's it for today. I hope you did like it. If you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, check out my other socials, and I'll be seeing you on the next one. Bye bye.